Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Exam? Easy?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Not sure? Not sure whether it was easy or not. I hope you all are going to get good marks. Anyways, now we'll continue with our chapter 2, microorganisms, friend and foe. A few uses we already learned. Today we are going to learn a few more uses of different microbes. First, we'll begin with the medicinal use of microbes. You all know that microbes cause different types of diseases, but at the same time, these microbes are very useful in the preparation of different medicines. Have you heard about antibiotics and vaccines? Vaccine, you all have heard, no?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
current topic, vaccination is going on. You all ask each other, no, now your age, I don't think they have started giving it. 18 plus vaccination for COVID-19 is going on. And what is the main difference between vaccine and antibiotics? Antibiotics also, I think the term you're familiar with. You all have taken antibiotics at least once in your lifetime. Am I right? Do you know the difference between both? Not very, I'm not asking you to explain it in technical terms, but simple terms. What is the main difference? At least in terms of its function. Anybody? Let your brain work. Avnida? Let it be wrong. I told that I had earlier also told you that you can make mistakes. No problem. You learn from your mistakes. Avnida, why do you take antibiotics, Avnida? When do you take it?
Whenever we are not feeling well.
Then why you're taking antibiotics when you're not feeling well? What is the function? What is its purpose? Can anybody say? Why doctors are prescribing antibiotics? Yes.
Antibiotics to cure a disease and
Ah,
vaccine to prevent a
yes.
disease.
Vaccine?
To prevent a disease.
Very good. Exactly. Can I see your face, Kiran? Why you're hiding? So vaccine is actually for preventing the disease. Before getting the disease, or in order to prevent, you are having vaccine or you're injecting vaccine. Okay, vaccination that is meant for preventing disease. We have different vaccinations, vaccination for polio, then tetanus, then coronavirus, for different diseases. For COVID-19, I told you already, vaccination campaign is going on, and it will prevent you from getting the disease. Vaccination is meant for preventing the disease, whereas you take antibiotics to cure a disease. Once you have got the disease, then you go for antibiotics. It's not that we take antibiotics before you get the disease. Antibiotics are meant for curing, whereas vaccines are meant for preventing the disease. Okay, got the difference? Now let's learn first about antibiotics. Any idea, children, from where do we get antibiotics? From where are they prepared? You might have got a clue already from the topic. You're learning about uses of microbes. So where do you get it? From where do you obtain it? Microorganism. These are produced from microorganisms. And why do you call it as antibiotics? Anti means against. Bio means life. So it is against life. And why you are having it? Something which is against life.
And to kill the microorganisms.
This is against the life of the disease causing microbes, not against our life. Our life is saved, and this acts against the life of the disease causing microbes. So let us learn more about antibiotics. We had already learned about the different uses of microbes in household, in the preparation of household items, in preparing wine, alcohol, all that we learned. Then in the baking industry, use of microbes in baking industry also we discussed. And now we are going to learn about the medicinal use of microbes. How are these microbes useful in the medical field? These are used for producing antibiotics and vaccines. Antibiotics. Let's see the definition for antibiotics. Some bacteria and fungi, they are used to make medicines which kill or stop the growth of disease-causing microorganisms. These medicines are known as antibiotics. Antibiotics are medicines prepared from bacteria, fungi, etc. to stop or kill, either to kill or to stop the growth of disease-causing microorganism. You should know the definition. Once again, these are medicines produced from microbes like bacteria and fungi to kill or stop the growth of disease-causing microorganisms. Got it? So the definition of antibiotics you should know. Antibiotics are medicines. And from where are they produced? From bacteria and fungi. What function do they perform? They kill or stop the growth of what? Disease-causing microorganisms. Got it, children? Some bacteria and fungi are used to make medicines which can kill or stop the growth of disease-causing microorganisms, and you call them as antibiotics. There are many antibiotics which you are familiar with: amoxicillin, penicillin, streptomycin, tetracycline, erythromycin. Some of the names you should know because you can be asked to give examples for antibiotics. Streptomycin, tetracycline, erythromycin. Once again, erythromycin. You can write these spellings minimum 5 times and learn it. Erythromycin, streptomycin, tetracycline, streptomycin, erythromycin. These are some examples. Once again, antibiotics are medicines produced from microbes like bacteria and fungi to kill or stop the growth of disease-causing microorganisms. Examples include streptomycin, tetracycline, erythromycin. And children, while taking antibiotics, you have to take some precautions. And now we will learn the different precautions to be taken while having antibiotics. As you know, these antibiotics are used for curing diseases, not only in human beings, in plants and other animals also. They are highly useful for curing the disease. And the first antibiotic is known as penicillin. The first antibiotic is penicillin, and this was prepared by Alexander Fleming. You can see the picture of Alexander Fleming over here. What is the contribution of Alexander Fleming? He found out, or he prepared the first antibiotic, penicillin. And penicillin is obtained from a fungus. You don't have to learn the name, but still it is obtained from a fungus known as Penicillium notatum. That is the name of a fungus. This is a fungus from where the first antibiotic was prepared. Actually, this was an accidental discovery. Accidentally, he found out that this particular fungus is having such a property of producing substances which can kill or stop the growth of disease-causing microorganisms. All that you will learn in higher classes. Once again, antibiotics not only cure diseases in human beings, but also in plants and other animals. What is the name of the first antibiotic? Penicillin. Who prepared it? Alexander Fleming. And the year was 1929. Now, as I told you, we need to know the different precautions to be taken while having antibiotics. First of all, whatever be the medicine, whether it is antibiotic or painkiller or whatever it is, never self-medicate. You should not go to a pharmacy or a medical shop and ask some medicine. Suppose you are having headache, stomach pain. Some people, they just go to the medical shop and ask the pharmacist over there to give some medicines for so and so disease. That you should never do. You should never ever self-medicate. It can be very dangerous. Maybe sometimes it may not cause any problem, but there can be problems at times when you self-medicate yourself or buy medicines like this. So once or twice when you try it, you might not have encountered any problem. But anytime you can expect that something bad can happen when you self-medicate yourself. Never do self-medication. And some people, what they do is they take or they use the old prescriptions and they go to the medical shop and buy medicines. Old prescription in the sense that maybe 2 months back you had viral fever. Just assume that 2 months back you had viral fever. And after that, when you get this fever again, you don't know what is the causative organism for that. You developed a high temperature. So you didn't want to go to the hospital or consult the doctor. You were thinking, or you thought that I already have one prescription with me. So why not I go with this prescription and get the medicines? You should not do that. Maybe when you had viral fever earlier, doctor might have prescribed some medicines that may not be applicable for the present condition. So whenever you are having some disease, always consult the doctor. Don't use old prescription. Never self-medicate yourself. All these are some important points that you should remember. Now coming to antibiotics. See, whenever you are having a disease or fever or whatever it is, when you go to the doctor, he will not prescribe you antibiotics. He will give you some other medicines, and then he will ask you to meet him if the fever or the disease is not subsiding within 3-4 days. Then again, when you go, he might prescribe you antibiotics. Or when you go the first time itself, he might prescribe antibiotics. Seeing your condition, seeing your physical condition, he examines you. And then he will prescribe antibiotics. Every time you go to the doctor, doctor will not give you antibiotics. There are some reasons behind that. Okay, now one by one, let's see the different precautions to be taken while having antibiotics. First point, antibiotics should be taken only on the advice of a qualified doctor. Don't consult your friends or pharmacists. Always consult a qualified doctor and then take medicines, especially antibiotics. Antibiotics should be taken only on the advice of a qualified doctor. Now, next point. Complete the course. Maybe the doctor has given you medicine or antibiotics for 7 days. The doctor will decide the course, how long you will have to take, dosage, everything doctor will decide. And it was given for 7 days. But after taking for 4 days, you got so much relief. You were completely relieved of the disease, no symptoms. So what you will do then? You will stop taking the medicines or those antibiotics after 4 days. What will happen, children? Will it have proper effect? The disease will reoccur very soon if you don't complete the course. So whether you are cured or not, whether you feel that you have got cured, you should complete the course prescribed by the doctor. If not, the doctor will tell you, like, you can stop using it after so and so days. If he has told you to complete it for or use it or take it for 7 days or 5 days or 6 days, whatever it is, you will have to complete the course. Very, very important to get complete recovery. Then, do not take antibiotics when not needed or in wrong doses. I already told you, the doctor might have given you antibiotics earlier. But again, when you get the same symptoms, don't take these antibiotics. You should consult a doctor. Never take it unnecessarily. Or if you have something left over, don't take all those medicines. So antibiotics should not be taken when it is not needed or in wrong doses. Dose is also very important. Just like the course, you have to complete the dosage is very important. Say for example, doctor gave you medicine and a particular dose he had asked you to follow, and you are having a marriage function after 2 days. So what you will do? I'm not saying that you will do, but you should never do. You might think, I have to attend the marriage function. If I'm having fever, I will not be permitted to attend. So why not I take some extra dose? If the doctor told me 5 ml, why not I take 10 ml so that I'll be cured fast? So never do that. Follow the dosage given by the doctor, neither less nor more. Never take it in wrong doses.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, some people take it before going, not in the same time as the doctor said.
That you should not do. See, antibiotics, other medicines, it is okay. I think it won't affect you much if you slightly change the timing. But antibiotics, that correct, sometimes they will tell you to take it in an interval of 6 hours. So whatever doctor says, after physically examining your body only is suggested. So we have to follow the course. We have to complete the course, and the proper dosage should be followed, and the frequency, he will say how frequent, or thrice a day or every 6 hours. So whatever doctor says, you will have to follow if you need a complete recovery. Otherwise, the disease might reoccur soon. And let's see what will happen if you're taking it in wrong doses or unnecessarily. It might make the drug less effective in future when you really need it. Whenever you feel like you're going and having antibiotics, you will not have any effect when you really need it. That is why I told the doctors will not prescribe antibiotics every now and then, or whenever you consult him, he is not going to give you antibiotics. When your body really needs it for curing the disease only, he will suggest. Otherwise, what happened? Frequently you are having it, but when your body really needs it, it will not have any effect. Like paracetamol as a painkiller, that is not an antibiotic. I'm just saying an example. Slight headache you are getting, you are having this paracetamol. Slightly the headache starts, you will have this to relieve your pain. But if you are very much addicted to have paracetamol like this, when you really get a bad headache, if you have this medicine, you will not have any effect. And taking paracetamol, otherwise also it's not good for your liver. Whenever you need it, you have to go for some home remedies. And when it is not possible, or when it is too severe, consult a doctor. That is the best method. Never ever self-medicate. If it is a minor headache due to stress, strain and all, or some people when they are exposed to sunlight, they might get. So in such cases, you can go for some home remedies. But if it is not subsiding, then definitely you should consult a doctor. Then, and it can even kill the useful bacteria in our body. Our body contains different types of bacteria, not only harmful, useful ones are also there. And every now and then, if you take these antibiotics without consulting a doctor, it can even kill the useful bacteria in our body. So that can be very dangerous, because these bacteria serve several useful purposes in our body. So once again, I will repeat the points. Point number 1, be ready to answer these points when I ask you. We will learn together. Antibiotics should be taken only on the advice of a qualified doctor. Point number 2, complete the course prescribed by the doctor. Point number 3, do not take antibiotics when not needed or in wrong doses. Why? The reasons are given below. It can make the drug less effective in future and can kill the useful bacteria. So these two are the sub points coming under third point. Okay. Once again, I want you to learn. This is, you don't have to by heart all these. You just understand and then you can present it in your own words. Antibiotics should be taken only on the advice of a qualified doctor. Point number 2, complete the course prescribed by the doctor. Point number 3, do not take antibiotics when not needed or in wrong doses, because it will make the drug less effective when you need in future, or it can even kill the useful microbes or useful bacteria in our body. Have you learned, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you show the last slide?
This one or the previous? Previous.
one.
Oh, just a minute.
Ma'am,
Yes, Avnida?
ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, it makes the drug less effective in future. I did not understand that point.
I will tell you. I'll repeat it. Those who haven't understood that point, they can listen once again. And what I told is, Avnida, antibiotics only when you really need it, when your body really needs it, or when the microbes inside our body are very powerful and you need an antibiotic, then the doctors will prescribe. But if you have it very frequently, whenever you are getting a fever or some infection, if you keep on having antibiotics, next time when you really need this antibiotic, when your body really needs it, you are having it, it may not have. Hear me? Okay, I think something happened to the connectivity in between. I'll share it once again. Avnida, listen carefully. I'll say once again, something which you're frequently having, then it will not have much effect when you need it really, when your body really needs it, it will not have any effect, because the bacteria present, they are regularly getting exposed to it. So it will not have any effect. They might have got resistant also. Only when it is really needed, you will use it. See, I don't know whether you have the habit of applying Vicks when you get headache. And some people know, even if they don't have headache, they'll just simply apply it like this. Some like their smell and that feel. Now, what happens is, if you have the habit of using it every now and then, when you really have a headache, if you try this, it won't have any effect. Your body is getting exposed to it every now and then, no? So that effect won't be there. Understood, Avnida? Like I told you the example of paracetamol. Whenever you get a slight headache or slight pain, you are having it. But really, when you're suffering from severe pain and you have this, it may not have that much effect. Your body will become seasoned to that, already got resistant. That is what I said. So only when it is really, this should be kept reserved for when you really need it. That time only you should use it. Otherwise, the body or the microbes present in our body will not show any response to that antibiotics. And regularly having these antibiotics can kill the useful microbes also. That is why the doctors prescribe them only when it is really needed, only when these antibiotics are really needed by your body. Okay, children? Please do turn your videos on. I will not mark you present, and the names will be posted in the class group that these people were absent. For me, I told you I will believe only what I see. If your video is off, for me, you are absent. I'll consider you as absent. Just by the name, I cannot make out that you are present. So first of all, I will take the attendance. 10:30 is the time now. Okay. So I will take the attendance. So before that, you can quickly summarize. Yes?
I sent you that my camera, some problem.
Okay. If genuine reasons, I told no problem. But other than that, I will mark you as absent. Okay? Alina, Azad, Faisal, for me, I cannot see you. Agash, you already told me the reason. That's fine. But if I can't see, how will I believe that you are there? Okay, children, I will take your attendance. And before that, tell me what are antibiotics? Nihal, what are antibiotics, Nihal?
Ma'am.
What are
An-
antibiotics?
Antibiotics are medicines that are used to kill. Excuse me, ma'am.
Kill, Faisal, just 1 minute. Kill or only for killing? Kill or stop?
Stop.
What? Stop the growth of? You're
Stop
reading
the
from
growth.
somewhere. That's why stop the growth of
No, ma'am.
disease causing microorganisms. Can you repeat, Nihal? Medicines.
Medicines that are used to kill or stop
The growth of
growth of microorganisms that
all
are harmful.
that are harmful. Very good. From where are they prepared, Nihal? These antibiotics, they're prepared from?
They're prepared from specific.
About what? What is the
Acid.
topic of the chapter? These antibiotics are prepared from where, Fayuna?
Ma'am, fungi and foil.
Fungi and bacteria. Fungi, no need to say, fungi is plural. So from microbes like bacteria and fungi. What are the precautions to be taken? Alan Jolie, one precaution. Any one precaution to be taken while having antibiotics.
Take antibiotics if it is prescribed by a qualified doctor.
Yes, take antibiotics only on the advice of a qualified doctor. Avnida, second point.
Complete the course prescribed by the doctor.
Very good. Complete the course prescribed by the doctor. Third point, who will say? Dennis?
Always take the antibiotics on the right doses or when
Okay.
it is needed.
Yes, take it only when it is needed and in correct doses. Why it is said so? Two reasons we learned.
Ma'am, it will not have effect in the future.
Yes, very good. It will not have effect in future. And one more point.
And kills the useful.
Very
microbes
good. It will
in
kill
our
the
body.
useful microbes in our body. So thank you, children. See you next class.